Welcome to,
Hey, it's lights out.
and away we go.
Let's start on a sad note.
Okay.
Obviously, we love our Formula One,
Uh-huh.
but obviously there's lots of different type of racing.
Oh, okay.
And very, very sadly, a week or so ago, is it Delano van Hoff, 18-year-old
Yes.
Formula Regional European Championship driver, unfortunately did lose his life.
Yes, that was very
So that's really, really sad to hear. The crash was awful.
unfortunate.
The video is awful. So yes, obviously
Yeah,
we're very sorry about that, and obviously it's never nice to hear when a fellow racing enthusiast unfortunately loses their life. So thought I would just start off by
yeah,
all those. That's really, really sad, and
yeah. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and the
Absolutely.
friends of the driver. We hope that they're all okay.
yeah,
I think that Spa needs to have a bit of a look at. It's two crashes in 4 years with two deaths.
that's bad. It's not in the same. It's in the same spot as well, isn't it? I think
Same
it's the
spot,
Same
same spot.
Yeah, they need to have
Very similar type of crash as well. So
Yeah.
I think they need to have a bit of a look at that.
desperately
But
to make things safer. So anyway, that was on a sad note. I just thought I'd mention it.
we thought we'd address that.
We'd address that.
Yeah.
But yes. Anyway, moving on.
What a race!
Silverstone.
Always one of the best races every single year.
It was so good.
So good.
So much better than how this season has been going so far.
Yes.
So
Yes.
fantastic news.
Such a good race. Probably the best race of the season. This
Agreed.
or Australia.
This or Australia.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff. It was the actual racing was better in this.
Yes, whereas Australia had a lot of things happen.
Things happened.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
great. Is there anything? Obviously, there's the main stuff that everyone will think about during this race. Is there anything specific you wanted to talk about?
Should we just go through it? And then I think
I've got something.
I think we got lots of things to talk about.
This one's good.
Yeah.
Sainz not knowing what his plan B was.
He's like, Plan B. Do you know what's funny? You know what I found really funny? I feel like he knew what it was, but didn't want to do it.
Yeah, probably. That wouldn't
So he
surprise
was
me
like-
at all.
He's like, yeah, so we're doing Plan B. He's like, what's Plan B?
What's plan B again?
Oh, you got a pit? No, I don't.
I thought that was hilarious.
You got a pit for hards? No, I don't.
Yeah. So it's either that he just didn't want to do it, or he genuinely didn't know.
Yeah.
Which one's funnier? The fact he didn't know or he didn't want to do it either is funny.
It's because, do you know what it is? It's because Ferrari will come in and they'll be like, Plan E, F, G, H, I. And he's probably just like, which one of the 18 different plans am I doing now?
He might have just given up. He might have just gone, do you know what? Our strategies never work. I'm just going to do my best and go as fast as I can and see what happens.
Oh, and then absolute pain right at the end when he's getting overtaken by so many people all in
Mate,
like
those
one
tyres,
section.
those tyres were done.
Yeah.
Those tyres were done.
Oh my God.
And they were so slow on the hards.
So slow.
Like, Leclerc was like, what the heck is going on?
I know. Yeah, it was just a terrible call.
It was a really bad call.
Yeah.
Again, strategy nightmare
Strategy nightmare.
by Ferrari.
But you know who else was good on the hards and won the hards?
Oh, I wonder who you're going to say.
I wonder. I think Orange rings a bell.
Nah, Chrome.
Chrome.
But it was the McLarens, wasn't it?
It was the McLarens.
Oh my gosh, what a weekend.
Yes. What a weekend for McLaren. What a turnaround.
I loved it.
Crazy turnaround.
The whole race, I
Can't
was
believe it.
loving
Can't
it.
believe it. Yeah.
It was great.
Just Norris second place. I thought he got pole initially because Max didn't even look like he was going to beat it, and then he just beats it by 2 tenths.
He did.
Yeah.
Which is not unusual. Yeah, it was always going to happen, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
No.
But no, that was sick.
It was really great. Lando
really
looked
good.
really happy, and to be fair, so did
Piastri.
They both looked really happy with the car.
Really happy, and Piastri didn't have all the upgrades Lando Norris had, and he was only a little bit off him.
Oh, I bet you're glad about that.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about that.
Oh, go on then.
The gap in qualifying, I think, was 2 tenths or something like that. The front wing was told to give a 2 tenth advantage.
So it's exactly
the gap
the gap.
that was between them.
That's mental.
Yeah, and exactly the race pace gap that they were starting to build was what was stimulated by the front wing.
Wow.
Yeah, is what they. I know it's all fake numbers, I guess.
Yeah.
But
It's so good. It's so cool.
they're
Even
very
Lewis
funny.
at the end was like, "Oh my word, this is so cool!" Watching the McLarens back up there.
Yeah,
which is insane.
I think there was also secret pain.
Secret pain. Also, the Astons, I reckon they're in pain a little bit.
Yeah,
There's a little bit
I want to get onto them in a little bit, but yeah,
a little bit of a dig there, a little bit of a dagger to the back. Just,
yeah,
oh, that's not nice.
yeah. You know what? This would be the best world championship if Verstappen just was not there.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so good because you would never know what was going to happen.
Yeah, who was going to be? It would remind me of like 2010 or 2012-ish. No, 2010. It reminds me of 2010 where there was like 3 or 4 different teams who could win every single Grand Prix, and it was like it was unreal. Like it was so good.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you think that when he went? Because I got really nervous. I think everyone did when they went onto the hards because we saw how bad the Ferrari was, and I was thinking, oh my god. Why did you not put the softs on?
So,
oh my gosh,
I
they
know
did
what
the right
happened.
call.
So Zach Brown said that they were boxed for hards because they thought it was just going to be a VSC, and they thought they were going to have more laps, and the gaps were going to stay the same. And then as soon as the full safety car got deployed, it was too late to go back in and change the tyres and then run back out again. Lando would have lost too much time.
Right.
And Piastri would have lost even more time.
Okay.
So they were like, we're just going to have to stick with hards and see what happened. And their pace was really good.
Really good.
Really good.
I was worried for a second.
Yeah.
But Lando did say that the first 2 or 3 laps, he was like a little bit
Like
nervous.
Yeah.
He was a bit like, oh my gosh, I'm having to fight a little bit.
Hamilton was all over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all over him.
So entertaining.
Battle.
It was
Great,
so entertaining.
great clean battle.
Yeah.
Such a good battle.
Great race. That is how you race.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
You give each other enough space, but you're still fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
There's
mean?
no dirty pushing. There was none of that. It was like really clean battle.
Sorry, anyway.
Well, to be fair, his fight with Norris
Fight
I mean,
is-
Norris let him past.
Yeah.
He didn't even defend.
Yeah, but that was the right thing to do.
It was the right thing
There
to
was
do.
no
When he stayed
point.
in DRS and got dragged away. Yeah.
Especially at the start. And his takeoff was
Oh,
incredible.
unreal start. Unreal.
Verstappen's was awful.
It was an awful. Piastri would have got past if he didn't get boxed in.
Yeah.
Like he just couldn't go anywhere, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, great."
He did the right thing to not try and fight it.
Extend
He
it.
just thought, I'll
Yeah.
keep it. I'll keep the car where I am.
I bet you their pre-race debrief was Max is not hard fight. Just let him do his thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that they stay in DRS for so long, I was so impressed. I was like, I can't actually believe they're still there.
Yeah.
This whole time.
They follow him.
And they built such a big gap. It was only because of the safety car that Hamilton got lucky.
Yeah.
He had an awful start.
Terrible.
Terrible start.
Terrible start.
Goes off. Comes back out. He was like 8th or 9th.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fought his way back a couple places. Looked like he'd probably finish about 6th or 5th, and then safety car saved him.
Yeah, he got a bit lucky. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know why I didn't really think about that, but yeah, he did get
He
lucky.
got very lucky, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah, you're absolutely right.
When the safety car got called in, I was sort of just like to everyone there.
What was the safety car? Who was it that went off?
Was it Hulkenberg? One of the
The
Hasses.
engine blew.
Engine
didn't it?
blew.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the car there, I was like, I'm surprised it's not a full safety car. Like, we're gonna have to have marshals on the track.
Yeah. Was that both Hasses out of the weekend?
I couldn't tell you.
There was
Couldn't tell you.
there was a retirement right at the start.
Yeah. Is this something we're gonna have to Google?
It is something we're gonna. I think it was both the Hasses.
Okay.
Oh, that would be a horrible weekend. If
That
it
is a
was.
horrible weekend.
Wait, quick.
Expensive weekend.
Okay, no. So
We did do a Google, and we didn't leave it this time.
we didn't leave it. We actually did the Google.
Yeah.
So Hulkenberg ended up P13. It was the 2 Alpines, both Alpines.
Both Alpines. Really?
It was Ocon and Gasly.
Oh yes, of course they did. Yeah.
Yes, and then Magnussen.
Yeah. Oh, was it Magnussen, not Hulkenberg?
Magnussen, not Hulkenberg.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you wanted to go on to the Aston Martins. Go for it.
Yes, Aston Martin. Alonso hype train. Well and truly back at the station. It pulled away.
It got
Ran
pulled back.
It ran out of coal and they dragged it back in.
Yeah, they really struggled.
Yeah, they really struggled.
So what was so it was they prefer the tight twisty tracks, don't they?
So the McLaren is specifically fast at like high speed corners,
Okay.
and they suck at slow speed corners, which is why in the last sector Max Verstappen caught up so much over Lando
Okay.
in quali. And then for Aston Martin, they like the slow speed corners and they don't really like the high
So they like the
corners.
twisty stuff.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
twisty
So Austria and Silverstone, both very fast, high speed tracks. Not surprised that Aston Martin was slow.
Yeah.
McLaren, high-speed tracks, so they're quick at both. They've been quick at both these tracks. Lando very quick in the last 2 races.
So is it just downforce related? Is that all it is? Just more downforce from the
Yeah,
Aston
so
Martin?
so I think the McLaren can produce good downforce at high speed, which means that, and also ground effects at high speed, so it can like stick to the road.
Yeah.
But they lack like a mechanical grip of like turning the car and really maneuvering it in
see.
slow speed, and they probably don't have a lot of downforce at slow speed.
Okay.
Whereas the Aston Martin can generate a lot of downforce at slow speed and can really make use of the mechanical grip, but they can't really generate downforce at the high speed.
Great. Interesting. Love
And
that stuff.
the Mercedes is sort of an in-between.
The Mercedes in between. But it really, I feel like it did still struggle this weekend.
It did. Apart from the lucky safety car.
Apart from the lucky safety car, it was too draggy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was too draggy.
But then the thing about Mercedes, which they're so good at, is even on, they can have bad Grand Prix, they always seem to maximize the points.
Yeah.
They always seem very good at just maximizing points.
Yeah, just getting as many points as they can out of that weekend. And not being silly and not like... I mean, obviously, reliability is a huge thing.
Yeah,
they're very
so reliable.
Which is great. I mean, that's...
Most reliable car.
Yeah, I mean, of any...
Since the new regulations, I don't think there's been a single engine failure for Mercedes.
That is very impressive.
Very, very impressive.
But I also do expect that a little bit from Mercedes.
Yes.
The brand itself.
Yeah.
Creating that quality engine is just... AMG as a company create just phenomenal engines with the Petronas. Is it Petronas?
Yep, Petronas oil.
The oil. I think the blend of the two and the way they work together.
Really, really good.
They fly.
Really.
Speaking of the Mercedes, Russell's move on Leclerc was so good. It was the one round the outside. I can't remember what turn it was.
Oh yeah. You have the...
What's the name of it?
What is the name of that turn? It's a classic move, but it was a really good move.
It was a great move.
Great move.
We'll have to find it and have a little watch later. But
yeah, no, unbelievable move.
Russell's move on Leclerc was so good. We'll have another look because it was great to watch.
Such a good move. Yeah, there was so many good battles all race.
Yeah,
all race. Which is a shame that at the front,
it's boring.
It's really, really boring.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can't argue with how good it is. You just kind of have to sit there and go, yeah, it's really good. Well done.
Yeah,
it's boring, but fair play to you.
Yeah.
If I was Max, I'd be going, good job, everyone. Yeah. Thanks for making me a car that means that I can win every week.
Yeah.
In complete comfort.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Every week, it's not even like his teammate is. Challenging him.
His teammate.
Let's just talk about
his
Paris.
teammate. Go on then.
He can't even get into Q3 at this point.
I think that's 3 races in a row. Was it something like that?
No, it's like 5.
It's not 5.
It's like 5.
No way is it
I think
5.
It's a record of 5.
Oh my God.
It's something absolutely ridiculous. By far the fastest car on the grid.
Yeah.
And you just can't get into Q3 in qualifying.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he'll ever see much longer.
Not next year.
No.
Not next year.
No. Any ideas who it might be?
I mean, Ricciardo.
No. It can't be Ricciardo.
Not next year, yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo? He's just taken a seat at AlphaTauri.
Yeah, for the rest of the season. Getting him ready.
Is that just this season?
Yeah, it's getting him ready and getting him driver ready.
I thought he was the start of last. I mean, I haven't read into it yet. I haven't read into it. This has only happened today, by the way.
I
have not read anything about it.
Just for the season.
Just for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see Daniel Ricciardo back. I love Daniel Ricciardo.
I think there's two obvious candidates to me. And yeah, 2 obvious candidates.
I'm interested to hear what your second one is.
Who would you pick apart from Ricciardo?
Who would I pick? Or
who do you think would get in the...
Who do I think is going to get that seat?
Yeah.
I genuinely have no idea. Obviously, like you say, Daniel Ricciardo is their 3rd driver.
Yeah.
He's the next plausible person to take the seat.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know who you have in your mind that... Look, it's not Leclerc, it's not Sainz, it's not Lewis, it's not George, it's not Alonso, it's not Stroll, it's not... There's Perez, there's Verstappen, there's not Lando. Do you reckon it's... Nah, yeah, maybe. Really, Lando?
Yeah, I think Lando. Lando Norris.
Wow.
Because
interesting.
Red Bull have already said that in last season, they said that Lando Norris is who they would like to have in the car.
Okay.
Him and Max are really close friends.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I think it'd be a great idea
I don't.
because Lando Norris likes twitchy car, which is what the Red Bull's built for.
Yeah.
Lando Norris wants a title-winning car.
I know, but
I think the only thing that would stop it is Team Max because they don't want him to have to
compete.
fight. Yeah.
Oh, it's really hard because I don't want him to be second driver anywhere.
Well, Red Bull have already said that they really want Lando in. They said while they were getting Perez in, they were like, Lando's an obvious choice. And he would
Do you really think that's a good... I don't think that...
He would fit the car so well.
I'm sure he would. If I was Lando, with his talent and his ability, and he should be a first driver wherever he goes. He's number one.
Well, that's the thing. He would come in as an equal as such.
No, he wouldn't. Because they wouldn't let him. Red Bull would not let him.
Red Bull wouldn't let him.
If he went to anyone else, if he went to like Mercedes, or he went to... Obviously, him at McLaren, if he went to Aston, they would treat the drivers as... They either equals, if they are genuinely equals, or they'll still be teammates, even if he is either one or two.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you've seen with Perez and with other, number two drivers, every Red Bull second driver, they've not been treated the right way.
Even pre-max.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think it's worth it for him. I think he's better off just being his first driver at either McLaren
or where.
Or
where else is he going to go?
Nowhere else he's going to go.
Unless McLaren can really turn it around, where's he going to go win a race?
Well, let's hope they do.
I think he's going to end up in Red Bull.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love the best for him. But
Red Bull won't treat him right.
They won't.
But I think that weirdly enough, I think he might get a little bit of a chance right at the start of the season to see how well he does.
Yeah.
But Red Bull, I still don't think they would treat him well.
I don't.
No,
I don't.
But that's what I want to see. Because I think Lando could, or I think he likes that Red Bull style of car where it's really twitchy. So I think that he genuinely could beat Max because he's one of the few drivers. Like Leclerc is also another driver who likes a twitchy car like that. So I think Leclerc would also fit a Red Bull really well. But I don't think there's many drivers who like that style. So I think he'd do. I think he would give Max a good run for his money. I don't think it would get so toxic, and imagine how good it would be to watch. Imagine how good it would be to watch.
I just don't want it to happen to Lando. That's all it is. I just love Lando.
Well, I'd love it to happen to Lando and he wins.
If he wins, if I knew he was going to win, I would do it now. But it's not. Because Lewis, obviously, when Lewis retires, Lando's going to be he's going to be the guy I'm supporting head on.
Yeah.
And I do not want it. I do not want to see him go to Red Bull, him completely lose his head, them treat him horribly, him end up at AlphaTauri or at Williams or wherever. I don't even know. I don't want it to be like the fall of Lando Norris.
Yeah.
When he could spend a whole career at McLaren or go to an Aston or even maybe a Mercedes or something.
Yeah.
Where he has a great career and he stays really solid. He wins the odd races and I can cheer him on the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what I'm... Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see someone take the fight to Max, and I think that he's the only driver on the grids who's on the market who can take the fight, who they would actually bring in. Because they wouldn't bring Leclerc in.
No, I don't think Leclerc would leave Ferrari, would he?
No.
What's the point?
He wants to.
What, Ferrari?
Yeah,
but I wouldn't. Why would you want to leave Ferrari?
But he's got nowhere else to go, this thing. So why would you leave?
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I think Lando, though. I want to see that.
Love you, Lando.
Yes.
Love you, Lando.
Team Lando.
Team Lando.
I'm actually more Team George because he's Mercedes, I think.
I'm more Team Lando.
I like Lando.
I'm Lando, then. I'm Lewis, then Lando. Then George.
I'm Lewis, then...
You're Lewis, then Perez, then...
I'm Lewis, then... who's...
Then you're Mick
Schumacher.
No, you're Logan Sargent. I'm Logan Sargent.
Yeah, you're
Logan Sargent's my number 3. Legend.
Leclerc. I really like Leclerc.
I really like Leclerc. Yeah, no, good point. He's my number 4, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh.
Go on.
I was going to say, if you want to get tickets on the actual Grand Prix weekends, they're cheaper than getting them new.
Say that all again.
So if you buy tickets
for
this British Grand Prix on the day they came out, general admission, something like 500 quid. Expensive.
Very.
Very expensive. If you bought them on the Thursday before the weekend, 200 quid.
Wow.
I had someone message me being like, "Do you want to go to the race? 200 quid." But I was busy all weekend, so I couldn't do it. But next year.
Next year. We'll remember that for next year.
Next year.
Okay, I'll stick it in my diary now.
Yeah.
Next year we're gonna get
British
cheaper
Grand Prix.
tickets for the day before. Okay, cool.
We'll get it on the Thursday. Secondhand website.
Perfect.
Fine. That's what we did for Spain. It was cheaper.
That's really cool. I mean,
it's because people get
it does make
desperate. They
sense.
just want to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people were there over the weekend? 480,000.
Yeah, ridiculous.
That's a huge turnout.
You know, when I came in 2016 to the British Grand Prix, 140,000.
Wow. That is a huge increase in.
Yeah. But you know what? When it was 140,000, it didn't feel that busy.
Interesting.
There was a lot of space to walk about and have your own space.
That might be quite.
I reckon if you go now, I reckon it's so busy. I reckon you're like shoulder to
a bit like Budapest.
Yeah.
Just literally, when we were trying to get food in Budapest, you were literally shoulder to shoulder, like busy.
So busy. So I think it's gonna be like that.
That'd be even worse then.
Yeah, it's worse.
Probably.
It felt very much like you're here, you got space, you go to our area, sit down. It was nice. So I feel like it's very, very busy.
But also that's good because for the atmosphere and the sport and
yeah. I can't imagine it 3.5 times more people. Like that seems crazy to me.
Yeah, that's mental.
Crazy.
Sometimes I walk into football stadiums thinking, there's a lot of people. But walking into that.
Walking into 480,000 people.
Yeah, but that's over the
500,000.
weekend.
Yeah, but they'll all be there for the Sunday.
No, there wasn't that many people. There's as many people there for the Sunday.
Oh, really?
There was like 250,000 on the Sunday.
Oh.
Throughout the weekend, it was like 480,000 overall.
Ah, right, because some people get just Friday, just Saturday.
I'm pretty sure it was. I think pretty sure it was 250 on the, which is still loads.
Still, okay. So
It's
so
250.
it's about double. Oh, okay, so I don't think it'll be that bad because it's about double the people that was there
Still
when I was there.
That's still double.
Yeah.
That's still.
It's still double.
Loads.
It's still crazy.
250,000 people on that
Quarter of
day.
a million on that day.
That's huge. Really
Crazy.
cool. Really cool.
Really cool. Sport's booming. It's great. It's just a shame that the racing's not been good apart from this one.
Apart from this one, which was flying. I have something a little bit off topic. No, it's completely not off topic. Don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But not to do necessarily with the racing. It's just something that came to mind.
Yeah.
During the race, it was James Voles, the Williams team principal, was talking on, the commentary, and they were talking to James, and he was basically, they were going back and forward to him. I was just saying that I thought the stuff he was talking about was really interesting.
Yeah.
I found it, because sometimes you can talk to team principals and they don't really give too much away.
Yeah.
They're not really too fussed about having the conversation.
Yeah.
I thought James Voles was like really good with his time during the race, and I thought it was really, really good to hear.
Do you remember what he said? Because I was at a pool party. So
Yeah.
I didn't have the volume on.
It wasn't. I can't remember exactly what he said, but when they first went to him, they were talking about the wind and the fact that it was really, really windy.
Yeah.
And he spoke about if there's a crosswind, if there's a wind at the back of the car, all the differences that make the car.
Yeah.
He spoke all about that, and he spent a good couple of minutes like doing that. And I was thinking, wow, I'm really impressed that he's actually taken the time out to be that insightful.
Yeah.
And then the other one I think it was about the tires.
Okay.
But again, he talked even longer for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Gave such good insight, and I was like, it was something I just wanted to mention.
Oh, cool.
That it was really, really cool. And if team principals were that open all the time and gave such
great. Yeah.
cool conversation.
Yeah. It wouldn't just be like, what do you want my driver to win?
Yeah.
Well, do you think they're going to come? I don't know. We'll see what the strategy. What's the strategy? Can't say.
Yeah.
That's literally always a conversation.
Literally. So yeah, it's just something to mention, really. I really enjoyed that.
Do you understand how wind affects an F1 car? Or would you like me to?
Not 100%, but you can definitely go through
Yeah.
it. This is all very interesting.
So, imagine there's no wind.
Okay.
Like, it's 0 miles an hour wind.
Okay.
You're going 200 miles an hour into a corner.
Mhm.
You have 200 miles an hour worth of downforce on the car
Yep.
because that's the speed you're going at.
Yep.
Now imagine you have a headwind coming into a corner.
Yep. So it's going to be
Relative to the wind, if the wind's going at 10 miles an hour towards you, relative to the wind, you're going 210 miles an hour. So
Right.
you have 210 miles an hour of downforce going into that corner. That makes sense.
Yep.
So a headwind gives you more downforce into a corner.
Yep.
Tailwind, that's going to 10 miles per hour behind you, so pushing
Yep.
you along. Relative to the wind, you're going 190 miles an hour.
Okay.
So you're only got 190 miles an hour of downforce.
Mhm.
Crosswind, you have more wind on one side of the car than the other. You're going to have more downforce on one side of the car than you are the other. So you're more likely to have brake locking on one side than the other, rear locking on one side than the other.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Nah, but hold on. You said about the rear. So what was it? The front. What did you say?
If it's headwind,
Headwind
driving
in front
into
of
the
you.
wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're less likely to lock the brakes because
You're less like. Okay, so this is what I was wondering. So how does it affect the car?
Okay, so if
Other
you got
than
the
the
headwind
downforce.
coming in, you got the more downforce, which means you got more weight on the front of the car.
Okay.
Which means you can brake harder, and the car won't go light at the front, and you won't lock the tires because when the car goes light at the front is when you start to lock the tires.
Okay.
So if you've got a headwind, you can brake harder later into a corner, not only because you have more downforce, but also the car is heavier at the front of the car.
Okay.
When you've got tailwind, it's pushing you along. The car is a lot lighter at the front, heavier at the rear. Well, not heavier at the rear, it's just lighter in general because it's being pushed along.
Yeah.
So you have more chance of locking up, but you're faster in a straight line.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That, I mean, it sounds very self-explanatory, but it does need mentioning.
It does, yeah. And it was something I actually didn't understand for quite a few years watching F1. And when I got it, I was like, this is so obvious. But then it was just hearing it.
Yeah. Sometimes all it takes, just hearing it and going, oh, yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
In terms of for racing, it's better to have a headwind than it is to have a tailwind. Because when you have a headwind...
Unless you're driving NASCAR.
Yes, I guess so.
But then again, that's just a big circle. So,
yeah.
Like, you're only going to be in a tailwind for like a little while.
And then you'll be in a headwind.
You'll be in a headwind and then a tailwind.
So if you want headwind when you're driving, and you're chasing someone, because if you've got headwinds, the car in front is pushing against the wind more, slipstream is more effective, DRS is more effective.
Makes so much sense.
You can also brake later into corners, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The most interesting is crosswind, because that's the hardest to deal with in the car.
Yeah.
Because the car is
unsettles
imbalanced.
the car, doesn't
It's
it?
literally the car's imbalanced, so you're like, this feels wrong.
Surely they've thought about that.
Almost, but you can't design a car to be like specific for a wind because you don't know what the wind's going to be like.
Yeah.
So you just got to design a car that's going to work in all winds.
Yes.
So you can't be like, they will take it into account when developing, but it's not something that they'll take into account very often.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, your car is going forward at all times, isn't it? And then, do you know, obviously into corners, but you're still going forwards.
Yeah.
So what's the point of knowing what it's like if the wind's hitting the side? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's you wouldn't really design a car that's going to be
great when wind's hitting the side.
Yeah, because the wind is never going to be as powerful as you say, the car going forward and the wind just hitting the car, just hitting the car from the front anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crosswinds you'll suddenly have a gust of wind. One side of the car will go light, and that's where you see a driver make a mistake. Yeah.
That's cool.
But if you want to deal with crosswind, just get better. Be a better driver.
Just drive better.
Drive better. That's literally it. And it's probably what the teams will tell them.
Yeah.
Better.
Just drive better.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Um,
Anything else of note?
I don't have anything else to note.
No, I don't think I do either.
I think
we've covered pretty much all of it.
Yeah. I think Williams are doing well. Great for them.
Oh, well, I figured it out now. James Voles spoke about the amount of fuel. That was one of his insights.
Oh, okay.
Just generally how the fuel kind of getting less and less affects the racing generally over the period of the race.
Yeah, lighter cars.
Yeah.
Quicker. Yeah. Turn quicker, less load on the tyres.
Yeah.
Doesn't use tyres up as much.
I think you should be the next James Voles and talk on during the race.
I mean, I wish I was like a multi-millionaire F1 team principal. That'd be amazing.
That would be great.
That would be amazing.
Can I join you?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
I was expecting you to go, no.
You can be my guy in the chair.
Cool. I'll just be really positive.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything. I'll just go.
You can just tell them the wrong thing, and then the other people will be like, "Wait, are we missing something?"
Yeah. I'll be like.
So I think after the safety car, pit for inters.
Pit for inters.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, because the rain might come tomorrow. So we need inters now.
You even said we're going to be pitting for inters. They'll all be like waste time looking at their weather forecast, and
Exactly.
and then they might mess something up.
Exactly.
So you can be the wild card.
I'll be the wild card.
You're the F1 wild card.
Just a complete idiot. Just has no idea what he's doing.
Welcome to the podcast with the brains and the wildcard.
Yeah. I think that's how we should name this episode is the brains of the wildcard.
Brains and the wildcard, yeah.
Love that.
Oh.
Do you have any games that we want to play? Any like top fives or anything?
Okay. We just spent ages trying to work out how to explain this game.
Work this out for ourselves.
And work it out for ourselves.
Before we play.
So, I'm going to pick a driver out of the top 5 teams on the grid, and I'm going to assign him a rating out of 10. Adam is then going to ask me, give me a topic. And for example, if I'd picked Lewis Hamilton, who I would in my head give a 10 out of 10 rating, and he gave me...
And then I gave him a topic like TV shows.
I would say Friends, because Friends is like a 10 out of 10 TV show.
And Lewis is a 10 out of 10.
Driver.
So we correlate the two. I've got to guess which driver you're thinking
of. Out of the top 5, so there's 10 different drivers I could be thinking of.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got it.
Okay.
If you didn't understand that, tough.
Yeah, I was going to say, I hope you guys get it, because we're not going to explain it again.
No.
I have a headache. I have a throbbing headache trying to work this out. Okay, I'm going to pick a driver.
Okay.
I'm going to pick...
No, don't tell me.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just in my head.
Okay.
I'm going to pick... Shut your ears. I'm going to whisper it to the audience. I'm not... Yeah, close your eyes as well.
Could I... Okay. I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we got it, yeah?
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. So now you have to give it a number, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, you don't give it a number.
Yeah, I've given the driver that I've thought about a number in my head.
Yeah.
So now you got to give me a topic.
Okay. I'm going to give you... I'm going to give you Marvel movies.
Oh, okay. I think... Oh, that's a good one. Oh, okay. I'm going to go Iron Man 1.
That's a
That's a tricky
I feel
one.
like we've made this too. So if
That's a tricky one.
If I was to rate Iron Man 1 out of 10, I'd probably put that a 7 or an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay.
I think you think that would be a 7 out. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Don't say a driver yet.
Okay.
Give me another topic.
Okay.
Because we need to hone it in.
Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, because I can still ask more questions. Yeah. Okay. Your next topic will be models of iPhone.
Oh, that's a hard one. Because I don't know your opinion on models of iPhones.
I've had a 5, I've had a 6, I've had a 7, I've had a 10,
yeah,
and I've had a 14 Plus Pro Max.
So,
hell yeah.
Based on your list of having a 5, a 6, a 7, a 10, and a 14,
yeah,
I'm going to say, and based on the fact that your first iPhone was a 5, I'm giving you a few hints here, I'm going to go a 6.
Okay.
iPhone 6.
Okay, that was probably my least favourite though. So I feel like that's probably not helped.
That's not helped at all.
No. But I think what you're thinking of, again, because of the Iron Man 1, is it was roughly about a 7 out of 10. Okay, I'm still sticking with the 7.
Yeah, okay.
I'm still sticking with the 7.
Yeah.
Okay, I need one more topic. Okay. Types of like ice cream or like
types of ice cream,
like lollipops. What would you call them?
Ice lollies,
or whatever you call them. Yeah, that type of ice cream.
Oh, Calippo.
It's definitely a 7. So I need to think of the driver that is a 7 out of 10. So your top 2 are your Verstappen and Lewis as your 10. Alonso it's really a 10, but I'll put him at 9.3, 9.75.
Yeah.
But yeah, 9.
There's no decimal points in this game. So,
okay, 9.
Yeah.
8, you're putting Leclerc. 7, you're putting George Russell.
No.
Oh.
You haven't thought of all the teams. So there's Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes,
yeah,
Aston Martin,
yeah,
McLaren.
Yeah. So it's either Russell or Lando. But no, because you put Russell. Russell was ahead of Lando. It's not going to be.
You get a last chance to lock in a final guess.
Okay. It's Perez.
No, I wouldn't rate Perez that highly.
Okay. What is it?
Lando.
It was Lando.
It was Lando.
Oh, no, the reason I didn't say Lando was because I thought it was too obvious, because that's what we've been speaking about.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't pick Lando. But
You were so on point with your guesses, though. 7. I was giving him a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
When I said Iron Man.
When you said Iron Man, I knew.
7 or 8, I was like, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that's
And
a
then
good one.
I
That was actually really good.
Yeah, that's good. It's good fun. Good
Okay.
fun. All right.
Right, my turn. Okay.
Out of the top 5 teams.
The top 5 teams.
You can't pick Logan Sargent.
Oh, man. Okay. I'm going to pick. Okay, I've got mine.
Okay. I'm going to start, and I know this is a topic we always talk about, but
If you say zombies maps.
yes. Call of Duty Zombies maps.
Okay.
I know, I feel like I know Adam's likes and dislikes in Zombies maps.
Yeah. Okay. It's actually harder being here than it is over there.
It's hard, isn't it? It's really hard.
Okay.
Because you don't want to like overinflate it or underinflate it.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
So if I was to put this into...
It's tough.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Verrucht.
Ooh. Okay. Because Verrucht is like... We hated it as kids because it was so hard. There's an element of fun of it being hard, but we would never go on the game and be like, let's play Verrucht. It's very rare we'd do that unless we're doing a marathon. It's got to be, I'm thinking it's 6 and below. I'm thinking anything below a 6 at this point.
Okay.
And that's quite generous. I'm thinking 5 or 4 and below.
Okay.
So I'm thinking one of the worst drivers in that top 10. Okay. McDonald's order.
Oh my God.
McDonald's order.
I love McDonald's. Okay. So, the thing is as well, when you're sitting here, you can't give away. I can't like speak myself.
Yeah, you don't want to talk yourself through what you're thinking.
Yeah. Because you can't. Yeah. You
sort
can't
of-
be like, oh, so let me think of a really, really good order.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't talk yourself through it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say like a chili chicken wrap. Like the wrap of the day thing.
That's very mid. Very mid. And I'd say Verrucht is quite a mid map as well. Like, you can have fun, it's just quite hard. I'm thinking like around a 5. I'm thinking around a 5. Yeah. Okay. Last one. And I'm gonna go Premier League football clubs.
Oh, so I need to find. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. That's easy. I will choose. Actually, that's not as easy as I
Yeah, it's not as easy as you think.
No. I'm gonna say. For their history, I'm gonna say Everton.
That's such a mid club, though. It's such a mid club. Because they had a bad season, but they're just such a mid club. This has to be such a mid. Okay, it's a mid driver. There's only one person mid. It's Carlos Sainz, isn't it?
No,
It's not.
no,
Perez.
no.
Lance Stroll.
Yes.
No way. I thought you'd call Carlos Sainz mid. Oh, I didn't think of Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of Lance Stroll.
That's what I was going with.
I was sure that as soon as that final one came in, I was like, oh, we always make fun of Sainz.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah.
I
Lance
put
Stroll.
Sainz very slightly above that.
What was your rating in your head?
My rating was like a 5.
Okay, cool.
My rating was a
We were
5.
on the same wavelength.
We were.
It was
It was
just
like
more about the
it was like
driving.
between a 4 and a 5, but I was like, I'll just give him a 5.
Okay, cool.
In the middle.
Okay.
Because obviously I was thinking about the whole grid as well. It's like very, very middle driver.
Mid driver, yeah.
This game is really good. Do you want to do another? Or should we
one
like
more?
save? We'll do one.
We can do one more, but we'll do
Let's do liveries.
liveries.
Let's do liveries.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's do liveries.
So
That's a
from
great
from
idea.
top, like your favourite one to
Yeah,
the least
we've
favourite.
ranked our liveries already.
We have.
So we sort of know each other. What we
We
like.
do.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Not including specials. No
Not
specials.
including specials, the originals from the start of the
Original.
season.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let me think of one. Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's a great one. This is gonna be good fun.
I'm gonna go. Okay, no, I've got one.
You got one. Okay.
I've got one.
Okay. First question.
Okay,
Olympic sports.
that's such a good category. Okay, I'm gonna say. Oh, that's actually hard.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I'm gonna say. What's the cycling that they do in the circle?
Oh, it's the
sprint
cycling.
cycle.
Yeah, the sprint. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that.
Velodrome.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Whichever that one is. The one they do in the circle.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that.
Okay. Because that's quite like out of all the Olympic sports. Sorry.
Out of all of the Olympic sports.
Out of all the Olympic sports, where would I put that? Because that could be quite an interesting one, and they quite. That's you know what I'm finding that really hard. It's not bad, it's not the best, but I'd say it's an upper middle. So I'd say around a 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
I'm in that sort of. That's where my head is at right now. 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Okay. Formula One tracks.
Okay.
This again could be quite a hard one.
This one could. Okay, you have to think about me.
Yeah, I'm
when
thinking
I
about
say
you.
this
I'm
one.
thinking about you. Yeah. I'm trying to get in your head.
Bahrain.
Okay, you've liked Bahrain before. I'm leaning towards 7 or 8.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards your upper. Would you give it an 8 though? I know you like the track, and I know you like the racing. I don't know if you give it an 8. A 7 or 8. Okay. Okay. Games consoles.
Oh my word. That's really hard. Because there's not actually that many to choose from. Really.
Realistically, there's not
PS5, I had a PS4, I've had a PS3, I've had a PS2, I've had a Wii,
Yeah.
I've had an Xbox One,
Yeah.
I've had an Xbox 360. Those are the ones I've had.
Think about also like where the PS1 sat in people's heads and like because I think a PS1 would be quite goated. Like I think a 10 out of 10 could be a PS1. You got Nintendo Wii, you got the Switch. People
Okay.
like
Yeah, but it's me, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
not them.
but maybe think about the whole market if you don't have enough options.
Okay. I'll tell you what. If I was thinking about the whole market, the PlayStation 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's got to be an 8, right? It's one of the it's an unreal console. I think about the whole market, but it's outsold the Xbox quite substantially.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's been a tricky one.
And I'm gonna have to go at an 8. I'm thinking 8 out of 10. Okay, I've got to try and pick a livery that's an 8 out of. So you put Alfa Romeo first. You put Mercedes right up there. You put Ferrari right up there. I think that they're 10s and 9s.
Okay.
Aston Martin is also a 10 or a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you put the Williams? I think the Williams was more of a 7. What other teams are there? Yeah, the Alpine. I think the Alpine you're putting there's like 6 or 5. Who else is on the grids? McLaren.
I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, McLaren's on the grid. You don't like McLaren. What teams have I gone? Have I gone through everyone? So Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Williams, Alpha Tauri, and what's the final team? I can't remember. I'm having a blank on the final team.
Alpine, Alfa Romeo, Alpha Tauri, Williams, Ferrari, Red Bull, Haas.
Okay, it's not going to be Haas. Haas is not. Oh, Haas. No, Haas look bad in real life. An 8 out of 10 livery. Williams.
No. It's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one.
My actual number
Yeah.
was 6.
What made me think you thought PS5 is a 6
Yes, and I can. Yeah,
statistically?
not me,
Just
but you said
statistically,
as a
as
whole
a whole.
for that question. But for the other
Yeah.
ones, it was the personal.
Yeah, and what was so you said cycling? I can see cycling. I was at 6 to 8. I was saying for
You
cycling.
did. The cycling is very. It's like, you know what? I'll watch it. It's quite interesting.
Yeah,
But let's be honest, I'm not really fussed.
you're
I
not
would
tuning
switch.
in specifically for it.
I would
Yeah.
switch.
Oh, you would switch. Okay. Yeah, which is
Um,
a 6. Yeah.
I told you. Oh, I haven't told you the livery yet. I said it
Oh
was
wait,
6.
now I know it's a 6.
Yeah.
Alpine,
No.
AlphaTauri,
No.
Haas,
No.
a 6.
Yeah.
Williams. No,
No.
well, it wasn't Williams. Red Bull.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
I should have. Do you know what's annoying?
Because
I didn't think about Red Bull as the team that it should have been. I would have said Red Bull for 8
would you? No.
because I don't think it's as much as I want to hate it because it's the same.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad
That was,
same.
but okay. So we had the similar idea,
Same idea.
but slightly different sides of the
Yeah.
coin. So I was thinking it's the same every time.
Yeah.
Even though it's good, because it's the same every time, it has to be dropped down to like a 6. So it's still nice, but it's not like up there with the nice
I
ones.
completely forgot about Red Bull. I should have said like I would have 100% thought Red Bull for, and I would have done Red Bull as an 8
Okay.
because I didn't feel confident that Williams was an 8.
Okay.
I didn't feel confident.
No.
So
what was the second one that I said
what was
was?
this? If we did Formula One tracks, Bahrain.
Bahrain.
We did Bahrain 6.
It's like a 6 or 7, I thought, but a Bahrain.
Bahrain threw me because I thought that you quite liked Bahrain.
I do like it, and a 6 or 7 isn't horrendous, but there are definitely much better tracks.
Yeah.
If you'd put Brazil in front, you'd put Silverstone in front,
Austria, Canada.
There's loads.
Yeah, there's loads.
Singapore. Like you'd put,
You're right.
you know what I mean?
Right. I would probably have if you.
but you're only saying I'm right because now that I've explained it the way
Yeah.
my mind
To be
was.
fair, I still would have put that as a 7. Even after you've
Okay.
explained,
Okay,
I would have in my head been like 7.
okay. But I wouldn't. Again, like you say, we're very similar in that way. I would still between a 6 and a 7 would be my Red Bull. I just thought 6. Yeah, very
I would have
close.
gone Red. After all of that, I just completely forgot about Red Bull, and I would have gone Red Bull for that.
Can we do it again? Couldn't, but obviously the other way around again.
Do you have a topic?
Okay. Car brands, just your day to
that's a
day
great one.
car brands.
Great.
So you need to think of a
we
car
know,
brand.
We know each other's car brands
we know
so
it.
well.
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite hard because there's so many car brands.
There's so many, and also so many of them make nice cars, and so many of them make like there's
It's quite a variance, but I think it's the overall perception of how we like the brand.
agreed.
Okay.
Come up with something a little bit different.
I've got something in my head.
You got something in your head?
Yeah, I've got something in my head.
Okay, so now you need to give me categories for things that. Okay.
No, you have to tell me the category, and then I have to match it to that number. You got to think of a category.
Oh, I've got to think of the category.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, of course. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, sweets. Like packets, like Haribo's or anything.
Licorice.
Oh, so it's bad. It's bad. Okay, well, that's fine. So it's like a 3, like a 2 or a 3. That's what you're thinking. Okay, you've made this nice and easy.
Yeah.
It's like a 2 or a 3. Okay, so it's going to be a French.
I was
It's going to be a French brand.
I can't comment. I can't comment.
Shall I guess now?
2 more. We got to finish the game out, but I'm not commenting.
If you own a French car, you're a donut.
You just offended a whole nation.
Oh, come on. Your cars suck, man. Okay.
I love how I was so quick with licorice as well.
Licorice. The thing is, yeah, I mean,
Sweets. I hate liquor. Yeah. I can't say it.
well, look, you made that very, very plain and obvious. Okay. Cities of the world. We're going to offend some more people. Okay.
Which is going to ruin.
Yeah, let's not do that one. Let's not do that one.
It would be so funny if I picked a French city.
Yeah, you just went Paris. Oh, we're so sorry, Frenchies.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's funny because Adam's sister lives in France.
My sister lives in France, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she is practically French. My mum and sister both are fluent in French. And they love it. And also, to be honest, France really isn't that bad.
It's a great city.
Beautiful food.
Beautiful food.
Beautiful. It's actually a really nice country. Anyway, back to what we're talking about.
French.
So licorice is like a 3. So another topic will be just sports. Just in general, just sports. What is a 2 out of 10 sport? Off you go.
That's hard because
Not Olympic sports.
I can't say my thinking. Just sports in general. Because I don't want to say my thinking because I don't want to give it away.
It can still be in the Olympics as a sport, but just you can pick anything.
Speed walking.
That's a good one, actually. So it's a 2 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be it's going to be some rubbish car brand. Okay. Household items. If you were to pick a household item that sucks.
Literal doo-doo water. The water in the toilet.
Oh, like toilet water.
That toilet was doo-doo water that someone's pooed in.
Oh, there's poo in it.
Yeah.
Oh, charming. Okay. Oh my god.
Literal doo-doo water.
Okay, so I have to pick a car brand that's like crap water. It's it's like licorice. And what was the other one? It's like
speed walking.
Speed walking.
The sport.
The sport. Okay, so
We're sorry if we offended any professional speed walkers.
your sport sucks, bro. Okay. It's either going to be Renault. It's either going to be what the other Peugeot. What are the French brands? We say French brands, like French cars. Rolls-Royce is French. No, it's not. What am I talking about?
Bugatti.
Bugatti, sorry.
One of the greatest car brands ever, is
French.
French. So we take our comments back.
We don't. Most of the cars still
Most
suck,
of the cars
apart from
still
that one.
suck, but Bugatti is
Okay, I'm going to say Peugeot.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Peugeot.
Let's go.
I was just thinking of the skit with in Top Gear.
Yeah.
When they're like Peugeot drivers. It's so funny.
Oh,
I had a friend who drove a Peugeot, and in my first year of uni, and we used to make fun of him all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. We used to honestly roast him for owning a Peugeot.
As you said licorice, I should have just gone Peugeot.
Yeah.
Oh, we're sorry, any Peugeot drivers out there.
We're very sorry for Peugeot drivers. But that has been. I think we'll call it there for today.
That was a really fun.
That was great fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game. I hope you guys understood what we're doing. Probably makes sense the more we do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we'll post a few reels of it as well, I think.
Yeah.
So you guys can watch a more cut up version of it.
To be honest, it got to a point where I just completely forgot what we were doing. We were just having a conversation about that, and I was like, I've just realised we've been recording this whole thing.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks very much for watching. Obviously, we hope you enjoyed, and it's been lights out. Thanks very much. Take care.
Peace.